Hey everyone, welcome back. This is another Flowlab tutorial, and this one is a true remote multiplayer tutorial. So you have to have the upgraded paid-for version of Flowlab to be able to do this. So unfortunately, if you are using the free version, you can watch, but you won't be able to actually do this. So I'm going to start off by creating a brand new empty project. I'm going to come down here to the settings, and I'm going to go ahead and make this world a little bit larger, kind of like a platformer that people can experiment with. Make it a little bigger. There we go. And go ahead and call it multiplayer demo. All right, now down here you're going to come to advanced, and this is where now you'll see it says max players. And this is where you'd want to set up the maximum number of players. I'm going to go ahead and make mine 6 today, but I'm only going to be able to show you 2 players playing at the same time. Okay, I'll go back and I'm going to leave gravity and everything like that the same and say okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and just make a few object block sprites, a ground, a wall, that kind of thing. So I'll be right back. All right, so I've gone ahead and created a very simple little setup here. So now I'm going to go ahead and create the character, which will allow us to do multiplayer. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make these characters just solid, simple colors. Although once you know how to do the technique, you can go ahead and make your characters full-on humanoids or creatures or monsters, whatever you want. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my settings first, and then I'll do the sprites. So down here in the bottom right where it says multiplayer, you want to choose that and you want to choose player object. We'll do the other option, shared object, towards the end. Now go to physics and make sure you choose movable. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to change the collision shape to capsule. Capsule seems to work better with player characters in terms of the friction and jumping and all that kind of good stuff. All right. I'm going to now go to Edit Sprite, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a solid color. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make it black. You can make it any color you want. And I'm just going to paint bucket fill, and there it is right there. Okay, so here's the multiplayer setup. You want to go to animation. You want to come up here and create a brand new animation. And you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and call this select player. Okay, and say okay. And this is where you're going to create your character skins, your player skins. And so you'll remember that I had a maximum of 6 players. So I want to go ahead and add in a total of 6 frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so now I have a total of 6 different characters. And I'm going to show you that because I'm going to select it and I'm going to now choose different colors. So I'll just go ahead and choose some random colors here. And I'll go through and change all of them. Okay, so now you can see I have 6 unique colors. And what it's going to do is it's going to be that each time somebody logs into my game, no matter where they are in the world, they're going to get assigned one of these 6 colors at random, and then they can go ahead and play the game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And if I press play now, let's see if my character can actually move around. So you'll see that it can't move around, and that's because I didn't add in the movement behavior. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go here to behaviors, and you'll see I've got nothing there. I'm going to go over here to behavior bundles, and I'm going to add in the run jump bundle. And I'm going to click on that and choose open bundle. And it looks like a lot here, but this is the standard moving left and right and then being able to jump. So I can change the speed of moving left and right, although I think those are pretty good numbers. And this is how high the character will jump. I'm going to go ahead and increase this a little bit just because I know I want that to be a little bit more. Okay, good. All right, so now the character can run and jump. So now let's do the fun. Let's go up here to triggers and let's add in a once block. Then we're going to go ahead and go to logic and math, and we're going to add in a random block. We're going to drag it from the out to the new input. And then we're going to go here to properties, and we're going to find an animation block. And we're going to go from the random out to the go to dot. And if I click on animation, you'll see that the animation that it loaded up is the only one that I have in my game, called select player. Now you want to go to the random block, and for the minimum value, you want that to be set to 1. For the maximum value, you want this to be set up to however many maximum players you've made in your game. So I made 6. If you made 20 and you made 20 character skins, you can do that. Again, mine is set to 6. All right, so now if I press OK, and I press OK and play, you'll see that I'm now assigned a random color. Now you'll notice that I can't move around. Left and right and spacebar should be working, but it's not. Why is that? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and hit refresh, and usually that takes care of most issues with Flowlab. Okay, so now you'll see that I can move around. I can do the up arrow, and I can jump. Okay, so that's good there. Now, I'm ready to now share this with someone. I don't have another live beta tester with me, so I'm just going to set it up on a second computer, and you'll be able to see it here. So how do we share this with another person? You're going to come up here to My Games. You're going to go down and find your game, and you're going to click on Copy Shared URL. Then you can go ahead and write an email, and you can paste the URL into the email. If you're also ready to, you could put it on social media. You could do anything you want and send it to them, and then they should be able to play. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to play, and then I'll load it up on my second computer, and we'll see what happens. All right, so here we are. I'm loading it up, and there we are. We now have 2 players. So I am the greenish square there, and on my second computer, you can see I've got the pink square there. And we can both see each other reacting in real time, so that is very cool. The surefire way you'll know that everything is working is down here. You'll see a little green check mark that says connected, and that means that the 2 of you are connected over the internet, which is very cool. All right, the very last thing I'll do is I'll show you how to make an object that all of the players in the game can share. And so that could be a ball or an object that they can, fight over or use together. So I'm going to go back into Edit Game, and I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new object. And I'll just, I'm going to go ahead and make a ball. And I think I'm going to make it actually look like an object. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make it this apple here. And again, you can make it look like whatever you want. Under physics, I want it to be set to movable. And because it's a round object like an apple, I'm going to turn on enable rotation so it can actually rotate. And I want the collision shape to be circle so it can roll. And then here's the most important part. Under multiplayer, you want to change this to a shared object. And that way all the players in the game, whether you have 2 or you have 20, will be able to see the object move on all of their screens at the same time. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And let's press play and see. And you'll see that I can hit the ball and it will roll, and it's a solid object. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh on both of my systems, and let's see if it works. All right, so there we go. I have 2 players. So I am the black square and the other player is the blue square. And you can see that the players can hit it in between each other, and I can see this on both screens. So it is working. So that's very cool. Um, so now you could set up things like collisions and they could score points against each other, and that kind of stuff. I am not sure why the apple just disappeared. That is strange. Um, I'm not sure. I'm getting something very strange here. Okay, well, when in doubt, reset and see what you get. You will see that it says waiting right now, and that's because it's checking the connections. And there we go. We now have a better connection and everything is back. All right, everyone. I hope this helps you out, and I hope you have a lot of fun making some multiplayer games. You can make puzzle games and mazes and things like that, races to get to something. It can really be some fantastic stuff. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time.